everyone, it's great to see you. I am in the basement today checking out the seeds, and we are really out of space. Oh my goodness. But the seedlings are doing terrific. So I'm going to give you a little update, and we're going to be doing some pinching back, especially of the Coleus here. And if you haven't done this for Coleus before, this is a video that hopefully will be very helpful, because pinching your Coleus back really does make them so much fuller, and it's a great thing for this time of year. You feel like you're doing something productive to make them look better for when they're going to go outside. So these are my two grow light systems, and in the middle of March I ordered another system like this from Gardener's Supply, and about every week we get a new shipment date, and it still is not here. And I was really counting on that to allow me to divide these up into smaller, larger container and allow them a little breathing space. So a little short time ago, I posted a video where I took those seeds that were like 10 seedlings per little cube, and I split them out into my 4-inch pots here. And these are doing just great, but there's no space for them here. So I have it on a rotating schedule where like these sit on the floor for a day, and then the next day I take a couple off the grow lights, put them on the floor, put these back in, and it's probably not best for them, but you know what? They're doing pretty good, and we have to do what we have to do. There are a bunch, though, of really tightly packed Coleus, so hopefully pinching them back today will help a bit. Let's take a look at some of those closer. So we're going to take a look now at some of these. Let's take out some of these beautiful Coleus. So, oh my goodness, doesn't that just make you happy to look at it? Now, normally I would be freaking out that these really need to be potted up because they're big. They need space to breathe and grow more. But since I don't have space, we're going to leave them in here for a little bit longer. And let's make some space to put them down here. Oh, they're so pretty. First of all, let's take a look at this tray. This is Gardner Street. I have not grown this kind with this sort of pinkish center. That is just spectacular. Over here we have some of the little jitters. I mean, from the time I separated these are taking off. I'm so happy. Okay, now let's see what we have here. This is Ruby Road down the end, this dark foliage. Love it. And I do love that I have all my little tags. They're just so big. We have sun watermelon in here. And then over here we have Kong Rose. Every year I look at the Kong Rose and just go, I love that one. I could grow all Kong Rose. Look at how beautiful. So now we get to the tough part. We're going to, these are all in their little cubes that are attached, those little paper cubes, so I can't lift them out individually. But what I'm gonna do is when I peel back, when I fold back, hold back, whatever it is here, the top leaves, I see that there's all these little baby leaves underneath, and those baby leaves are not getting a lot of the light because, of course, these big, giant, beautiful leaves are flopping over them. So I'm going to do the tough thing. I'm going to come in and I am going to pluck off these top leaves just like that. And these are so beautiful. It's so hard to do, but now these leaves will start branching out and they will get the light that they need. We'll have a fuller plant. So yes, I sacrifice these, but you know, no one except me and you are seeing these right now. It's almost a month before I can put these out. In another month, they will have spread more, have stronger leaves, more leaves. It's going to look even better. Hopefully I'll have more grow lights by then so I can have separated them out a bit too. Now, if you want, if you have sort of a little stem here, like I have a stem to this leaf, you can actually propagate these into more plants. So Once again, running out of space, but you certainly could do that. If I were outside pinching these back, I often just take what I pinch off and stick it into the dirt right at the bottom. They propagate so well. It's amazing. So I'm going to make a pile of these leaves, and maybe I'll pull out some of the best too in the future reseed. So I'm going to come in here. Right now I'm just going to do my biggest leaves. Like this one here is looking really tall in the center. Oh yeah, I can tell that it's not getting a lot of light. Now this is a perfect one to propagate because I have this nice little stem. I'm going to take my nail and just sort of nick down the sides here, and then I'm going to stick it into one of my empty seed places here. My guess is I'm going to pick off the 2 largest leaves, leave a couple little ones. There we go. And see if I can get that to root. I'll keep you posted on how it goes, but I just keep making more plants that way. And these are going to have a little more breathing space. So let's see what else I can do. So every time I do that, I'm going to take off the biggest leaves because I don't want them putting energy into supporting these leaves. I want the energy right now to go into roots. I'm going to scratch that off, and I'm going to stick it in to one of my little seed pods here. So that's, you know, you don't have to be careful when you're doing this. Coleus are really hardy. They are strong. They thrive with being plucked back at this point a little bit. So it you have some room for error. Don't pluck off all the leaves, but as long as you're leaving a couple sets down the bottom, you can take that top part off. And I could have done this even earlier, but you do want to make sure you're leaving 1 or 2 sets of real leaves there. So they have to get big enough to be able to do that. You can't do it when they're just tiny little babies. Okay, let me put this one in. Oh, we're going to have so many Coleus this year. So let's come over and do just a few of our beautiful Kong rose. All of your Kong variety of Coleus get these really big leaves. There's Kong rose, there's Kong red, you know, all those different, slightly different shades, but basically it comes down to they're going to be big and beautiful. Okay, this one, I'm just going to take the biggest leaves off, and I'm going to let these smaller leaves get some more of the light. So I'm not really pinching the whole stem. For this one, I looked in and I said, boy, there's not a ton of leaves underneath. So I'm just going to take a couple of the big leaves off so that the light gets down further. And don't worry, they will grow back. Okay, I'm coming through. And of course, you have to leave some of those leaves so that it gets the light and makes the energy that it needs. But this will at least give us some space. Now, if you have, I don't think anything really eats Coleus, so sorry, you can't run out and feed this to any animals. Coleus are generally toxic. So they're beautiful. You could stick them in some little vases if you had in your house. That would be fine. Okay, look at how much more space we have in here. So this is good. If you're like me and you have overplanted for the space that you have, you know, we do the best we can, and we're going to just give it a little more breathing room. Okay, take these off. For these, I'm just doing the biggest leaves too. Not all of them, just some of the biggest. Okay, that looks pretty good. Let's take a look at another tray. So I'm going to slide this one up. Oh, I love this tray too. I love them all. Look at this color here. Oh my goodness. Once again, one of my favorites. This is your Sun Chocolate Covered Cherry. Chocolate Covered Cherry just keeps this beautiful color. It never gets huge for me. They get pretty big leaves, but the actual plant doesn't get as big. Like some get like 3 or 4 feet tall. Doesn't quite get that size, but it does really well, and it is going to be beautiful. So I'm going to take off some of these older leaves. Once they're outside, you actually go through and you groom them pretty regularly, because the bottom leaves tend to get a little ratty looking, and there's no reason to keep them because it's going to keep making more leaves that you if you pick some of the old ones out. And we have some babies in here that are really not getting enough light, poor things. Look at this one right in the middle. Somehow this type, so I put a seed right in there. Okay, we have some fairway roses, and oh, they're so hidden in here. They're not getting what they need. So we'll take off, ooh, this is a good stem to pluck. Okay, so I'm just gonna come in here and I'm going to go above this set of leaves, pinch that little stem off, and then I'm gonna take off one of these big leaves. I'm gonna leave the other one, scratch that a little bit, and stick it right over here. You might be wondering why I have these empty spots to put some Coleus in. Well, with you on a video recently, I planted nasturtium seeds, and I made sure I soaked them for the 24 hours. First time I've done it, not one nasturtium seed came up. I don't know what I did wrong. It's the only thing that I've really struck out on this year, but you know, that's okay. Maybe I'll try it again next year. I'm gonna take this little guy. It does give us the perfect place to propagate some of these, so maybe it was meant to be. I do have some of those nasturtium seeds still left, so I might give them a try. Okay, we're taking some of the big leaves. I really want to get these little guys out, so if I can get a hold of more grow lights, then they will be first on the list. Oh, let's see. This is Wizard Velvet Rose over here, looking so good. This in the center is another Wizard Rose. I just love them. Okay, we're gonna slide this up. Now, I did a few trays of cosmos seeds with you. Pretty much all my cosmos came up. This one tray is growing all weird, and I do not know why. The other 2 trays, nice and straight, and they've been sitting right by each other. So perhaps this is the Sweet 16 variety. I don't know. We'll see. So when I look at these, they're starting to get tall. You want to pinch your cosmos too, but you want to pinch them and leave 2 full sets of leaves. So here's my little cotyledons at the bottom. They just are these little straight leaves. You don't count those. Then you go up, okay, here's my floofy set. Here's another floofy set, and then we're just starting a third. I'm gonna wait till that third set gets a little bigger, and I'll pinch off then, because then it'll branch out better too. They're almost to the stage of needing to be pinched off, but not quite yet. So I'm gonna put those back, but they're looking good, other than the fact that these are a little weird. Okay, oh, and behind me. So I have 2 big trays of geraniums, and my geraniums have done so much better this year. They are packed in here, but they are happy. Last year I overwatered them. The leaves turned red. I had to pot up just to dry them out. This year I'm only watering them once or twice a week. I actually am finding that having these in the basement is much better for me. Last year they were up in our breezeway, so I saw them all the time, and I would just want to give them a little bit more water, a little bit more love. Having to make the trip down here to water them is better for me. I'm keeping a more set schedule to come down and water them, and I'm letting these pretty much dry out in between watering, and just look at how good. I think we're going to start throwing up some bloom stalks here soon, but I have another month to go. So I would love to take and separate these out. So this is a 10 by 5, so 50 little geraniums here and 50 in the other tray, 100 geraniums. Yeah, we need to start separating them as soon as we can, but aren't they going to be fabulous outside? I am so excited about the geraniums. Okay, let's see what else we have. Some more big Coleus. Okay, let me show you my other geraniums now. You're gonna see that there's a little space in here. That's because I didn't have seeds to plant in there. So those all came up. I left a section blank in between the different varieties. Isn't it interesting how the different color here, and I'm looking, I don't see my little name, my little tags. I know they're here somewhere. Okay, these are the star down this end, and the ones with the leaves that have, I'm gonna have to look these up. I believe these are the dark rose ones. And you can tell they're different because their leaves look different. It's okay. Okay, and then let's bring out these little guys. These are looking great too and getting pretty big. So here we have down this end, the Alabama Sun. We have some mini jade. These are the mini ones in here with their tiny little leaves. I'd love to get them a little more sun. We have some crimson gold in here, and I'm gonna grab this one. This is a great stalk to propagate. Pick it right off. I'm gonna take the larger leaves right off. Oh, this is gonna be so good. Rough up that stalk and put it right in here. And of course, when you're propagating like that, you do need to keep it fairly moist. We'll see how they do. Here's another one, because these are just coming off, whoops, with a nice little stalk part. They're so perfect to just stick into the soil. And these, I think I'm gonna have to share some of these. So Mom, you're going to be getting a lot of them. Maybe our neighborhood garden club. And you know, you can put these Coleus. Some of these are for sun, some of them are for part shade, and some I do in more of a full shade setting. So I find that there's just a ton of places in the yard that Coleus work. If you didn't get a chance to plant Coleus from seeds, first of all, think about it for next year. But you can get Coleus plants at most of your garden centers. Consider trying at least 1 or 2 varieties this year. Highly recommend the Kongs because they just are spectacular. But maybe you'll see one that really catches your eye. And I think that as you get comfortable with them and you see how well they really do, that this is a great plant. So versatile. And then maybe you can collect some of your own seeds. And I've been watching Jim's Holiest of Coleus YouTube channel a lot too. His Coleus look fabulous. A lot of these are seeds that I got from Jim. And you know, just watching his channel reminds me of the important things like taking some of these big leaves out. So I always try to go back and remind myself. I even look at past videos that I've done because, you know, you get into different things each year and that sort of becomes what you're most read up on or you have the most experience with at that time. It can be good to look back. Okay, this looks a little better. I can see in here a little bit. Oh, I'm so excited about this. Okay. Put these up. Looks great. So I'll probably find a couple more little stalks to stick in here and we will be all set now. I just had a delivery arrive and in it, first time that I have ordered from the Dahlia house. I did not order dahlias. because that is just opening up a whole new thing for me to get into. But I ordered some very special sweet pea seeds. So stay tuned for my next video if you want to see what beautiful sweet peas I am going to be trying this year. Thanks so much for joining me. And if you can just send up a quick prayer that I get another grow light system here, that would be very appreciated. I'll see you in the next video.